TVC Sports Editor Promise Efoghe is the Super Eagles media manager. He joins the show this evening from the team's base in Morocco. Promise, good evening. Thank you very much for joining us.
Yes, I'm saying thank you so much for having me on the show at this time. We're counting down to that very important fixture versus the Mambas of Mozambique. It's a great game. It's a big game. No disrespect to the Mozambique team. They are way behind the Super Eagles as far as the rankings are concerned, globally and on the African stage. But we understand the kind of challenge that they would bring. But the Super Eagles are ready for any kind of challenge, knowing fully well that they are here for a mission, and that mission must be accomplished.
Okay, talking about mission being accomplished, we know quite well that the physical and tactical drills were supervised by the head coach, Eric Chell. And we've had a bit of injury concerns in the team. Cyril Dizers out of the competition. Ryan Alebioshu back in, still battling with injury. Tochukwu Nadi back in the squad with, the team training. What's the latest in terms of the injury front for the Super Eagles?
Eric Chell only needs 11 players to start every game, but he's got 26 to select from. Like you rightly mentioned, Tochukwu Nadi is back. He trained yesterday. Alebioshu is recovering from that leg injury sustained against the Cranes of Uganda. Reports has it that, or let me say, from my conversations with the medical team, it is most likely Alebioshu will begin to train in the coming days, provided we advance to the next round of the competition in the aftermath of tonight's match. And so, in the absence of Cyril Dezas, in the absence of Ryan Alebioshu, Coach Eric Chell has got 26 players to select from, and that is a lot. And one thing that excites me most about this team is the availability of options in every department. You saw what the team did against the Cranes of Uganda in the last group game. That was a team that was made up of players, many of whom hadn't even kicked the ball at the tournament. It just tells you that the team has got so much depth that the coach can make his choices from in every department on the pitch.
Talking about depth from the squad right now, we know quite well that offensively, Nigeria definitely are the side to reckon with from the group stages. 8 goals across 3 games. Defensively is where some Nigerians have concerns that we're conceding goals against minors. Tanzania scored against us. You had Uganda also scoring in there. Tunisia almost making a comeback from 3 goals down. Are there worries or concerns defensively in that team? And how do you think the atmosphere is like in terms of yet another minor in Mozambique and the possibility of conceding a goal?
Well, Coach Eric Chell has told all who cares to listen that his team is still growing, and the team keeps improving every game they play at the tournament. This is about Nigeria's best start to the AFCON in many years. And the coach, he's seen some of those lapses that we all saw in the group stage. Regardless of the fact that the team was voted the best in the group stage, Eric Chell is not, moved by that. He's told the press conference he had yesterday that those loopholes he saw during the group stage are things he's working on and hoping to chalk up as we move into the knockout stage of the tournament. And so you also would agree with me that the Super Eagles were depleted defensively when the tournament was about to start, with the injury to Olaino, the injury to the young man who plays for Brentford. That guy, Benjamin Fredericks, has been one of the mainstays in the Eagles' defense in the last few months. His unavailability was a very, very huge heartbreak for the team. However, the team must move on. And so it's a case of, okay, you concede, you must ensure that you score. Coach Eric Chell told me personally that he knows that his team may concede a few goals at this tournament, but he's doing everything possible to ensure that we score so many goals as well. So it's a case of outscoring your opponents. How do you win games in football? You win games by scoring goals. And even when you concede, you win by outscoring your opponent. And that's what the Super Eagles have done, or what they did all through the group stage. Yes, they conceded goals, but they ensured that they outscored their opponents. They scored 8. They conceded how many? 1 against Tanzania, 2 from Tunisia, 1 from Uganda. They scored 8 and conceded 4. That's a +4. So for the Super Eagles team, it's about winning, especially at this stage of the tournament. It's a knockout, So when you concede, score. Make sure you score. I mean, the Super Eagles has got the best attack lineup on the continent of Africa. They've got the best attacking prowess, and they have shown that in the group stage, and they are hoping to keep showing that strength. Especially at the front line, where we'll have Lukman, Victor Osimhen, Samuel Chukwueze, and the rest of them. So looking ahead of today's game, I expect many goals. Whether we concede or not, that will be inconsequential. What is most important for the team now is to win and keep winning.
To win and keep winning, there you have it. Let me just get your thoughts, because you've said the team would score lots of goals. As the eyes and ears of the team, what's your crystal ball saying in terms of the scoreline on a lighter note?
No, don't put me on the spot. Don't put me on the spot, Samson. One thing I know for sure is we will win today's game. The Mambas are a potential banana peel. Look at the round of 16 games. Look at the teams who qualified as third place teams. I mean, they were all Achilles heels, to their opponents. Tough opposition. When it comes to this stage of the competition, as long as you qualify to the knockout phase, you are a potential winner. And so even for teams that qualified as third best, they are also fancying their chances. This is Mozambique's first appearance in the knockout phase of the AFCON, right? Maybe they will feel they have achieved so much, but then their president is pushing them by promising them some money to be the Super Eagles. Someone asked me that on radio yesterday, and I said, how much is their president promising them? 11 million naira each for each player to be the Eagles. I'm sure the Super Eagles players can give those. I mean, they can give that money to the Mozambique players. The motivation for the Super Eagles is not money at this time. They want to put smiles on the faces of more than 200 million Nigerians who are still unhappy that they failed to qualify for the World Cup. That alone is a trigger for the Super Eagles. Internally, they tell themselves that they must ensure that they make Nigerians proud, make Nigerians happy with this AFCON tournament.
Okay, and we can only wish the team the very best, and definitely the step forward in terms of claiming that African Cup of Nations title will be beating Mozambique later tonight. From Efoghe,
one game at a time.
One game at a time. That's it. From Efoghe, TVC Sport Editor and the media manager of the Super Eagles, thank you so much for your time on the show this evening.